And we're back. This is the first week of July, and it is Independence Week as far as comics are concerned. So with that, we're going to start with our independent comics.
Oh, that's really cute.
Do you have four?
That was awful.
No.
Do you have four? Oh.
It's not Independence Week in comic books at all, dude.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
She's
patriotic.
got 3.
Well,
Anyway,
it's Independence Day.
from
this week.
Image, East of West, number 13, Death is looking to find his son after his wife was killed, and things just get screwed up majorly in the process. So, pretty interesting. Really like the series and how much of a payoff we're getting pretty early on for it being a Hickman.
I love Nick Dragotta's art so much.
Yeah.
It happened because he drew FF. And
No, I think I love his style. Period.
He's
But
good.
his FF stuff was good. I mean,
Well, he's been really doing a fantastic job. I mean, there's a pretty cool fight scene in this issue that, I mean, it's
It's a lot of sound effects.
yeah, and pretty violent too. Lazarus number 9. Michael and Casey are looking to get picked up by the Carlisle family. Forever is looking for the bomb within the waste, and pretty interesting turnout in the end of this particular issue. Also,
it's pretty funny.
Huh?
It's pretty funny.
yeah, a new ad on the back from another family. This one is, I want to say it's the Ultra.
Yeah, Ultra is what it is.
Ultra's
That's
the
what's all
company,
about.
but
Oh,
family's name is Vasilovka. Their business name Ultra. So I love that they've been doing these ads on the back that are these fake companies from that universe. And finally, Southern Bastards number 3. Earl's got his bat. He's going to try to fix all the problems in the county by hitting people with a stick from a tree that was hit by lightning at his father's grave.
That's how you do it.
Yep. So those are the highlights.
Excellent. Southern Bastards is good. Pretty good. I really enjoyed that one.
I can't not read it in a southern accent.
I think I skipped an issue 2, the letters page. Have they started that yet?
What do you mean?
I don't think it was going in the second one yet.
Okay. Well, it looks like it is in the third, though. So,
There's also a recipe for those who
is it a real one or like a joke you
for
want?
fried apple pies
Sweet.
from Jason's mom, Jason Aaron's mom.
That's pretty funny.
So if you're, it looks pretty good.
Those look really good. I thought it was chicken tenders.
No, fried apple pie with
Right on.
with the recipe to make your own pastry for it too.
Holy cow, that's really cool too. I guess they could do that because Jason Aaron owns Scalp or a large percentage of it. But that threw me off though to see like a.
He's
pretty
talking
good
about
ad.
an ad
Yes,
in a
that's what I
comic
was
book
laughing
again.
about.
Yeah.
Ah, it's cool that they did that. Now I will talk about it without telling the viewers what it is.
Yeah, it's an ad for in a comic book.
Alright, so Marvel time. I was going to look to see how many X books we got, but not that many actually. Just the first 2 here. First one we're going to talk about is Deadpool versus X-Force, just because it's a kooky idea, and at least as far as the cover is concerned, I'm not going to say the interiors. The cover, it looks Liefeld-ian. Who is that again? You know?
Shane
who did the
Davis?
cover? Shane Davis?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a 90s kind of...
Nope.
Oh, okay. Just...
He did that Superman Earth 1 book with Straczynski.
Did he really? Okay, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, he did the interiors of that comic, but he did
Yeah.
the cover.
Okay, well, but yeah, cover looks cool, and who knows? I mean, if that's your bag, then you might love this story. If you don't care about X-Force or Deadpool, you probably won't enjoy this one. But, oh well. Then, 100th anniversary of Fantastic Four, meaning this takes place in 2063, 62, 61, whatever. I can't remember now what year Fantastic Four came out. But this is apparently Fantastic Four 100 years into the future. So
Why is it 100th
100
anniversary?
years from their debut. I'm not really sure, but apparently since it's
Because
Marvel's 75th.
There's just a thing they're doing, and it's,
Yeah.
like I said, it's 100 years from when their first appearance was.
So it could be a fun.
But it's not really 100 years from their first appearance.
Well, the story takes
The
place.
story
100
does.
years.
Right,
Not-
it's
obviously.
Fantastic Four's
We're
not
not
really
living.
100
We're not
years
living
old.
in 2006.
I know,
something.
but it's also kind of misleading to have a 100th anniversary for a comic that's not 100 years old.
Well, seeing as I'm
Marvel
not gonna,
does what it wants,
Yeah.
including rewriting time.
I'm not gonna be a lie.
I don't think they're trying to make you think that it's 100 years that,
It's just
that
I'm
comics
just
were
thinking it's
created
misleading.
in 1914. No?
But it is part of a series. This one, starting with the Fantastic Four, appropriately, seeing as Fantastic Four is the first, modern Marvel era comic or whatever you want to call it. Next one looks like it's Spider-Man, and they're gonna do X-Men, and the other ones.
Guardians and Avengers.
Okay.
And that might be it. There might be one. Maybe they're doing a Hulk one. I don't remember.
Yeah. But oh well, cool. Might be fun. We got Thor, God of Thunder, The Last Day of Midgard, the epilogue, the end of that series. Thor's in Braxton. Looks like Braxton got torn up. Haven't really been keeping up on this one, but I know Jane Foster's in it. Braxton's not torn up, or...
No, I'm just shaking my head because you're not keeping up with it, because you're a
I-
fool.
I know. Yeah, but
A
Yeah.
few issues behind.
Braxton got smashed up pretty bad.
But it should be, it's Jason Aaron Thor, so probably going to be awesome. We got Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man issue 3. Like I said, I read issue 1. Peter is back, obviously. Clone Peter is back.
You don't know he's a clone?
Most likely, Clone Peter is
I don't
back.
think it's most likely just because it's so obviously the most likely reason why.
You think it's going to be like some kind of red herring?
I think it's something different than a clone.
Yeah.
And there's Bendis and Marquez right there.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's fun. But yeah, Goblin, though, has shown back
Norman
up.
is definitely back.
Yeah, so that's should be exciting. Speaking of big, exciting revelations, Original Sin number 5. This is after the reveal of a character who we thought was dead, but was not dead, and we don't really know if he, as we know him, has ever been alive. If that confuses you and you haven't been reading Original Sin, if it still confuses you and you have been reading Original Sin, well,
You didn't do a good job explaining what it meant anyway.
I don't know. It's
I
hard
don't
to.
think anybody ever thought he was always dead.
Well, I don't say he's always dead, but we may not have ever have read the
Sure.
real him. And so that's what I'm trying to say is,
You just did a bad way of saying is what I was saying.
yeah. Man, give me one break.
I'm just trying to make you cry, dude.
Jeez. And finally, Magneto. What's been going on in Magneto? Where's he at?
He's running around pissed off killing people.
All right.
That's what
Cool.
Magneto does.
Cool.
I think the Marauders are in there, that issue.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, there's Arclights though.
I do know one thing about this book. It's pretty gory. It's pretty. Magneto is. He's not very subtle, and he doesn't beat you up. He kills you in usually pretty gross, cringy ways.
Well, Bunn did Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, and that was...
That was pretty gross too.
Yeah.
In parts. But yeah, no, Cullen Bunn. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't like to. I mean, he doesn't really shy away from the gory stuff if you're reading Six Gun, but this is.
It's not really that gory, dude.
It's got like the undead and stuff.
Yeah, but not gory.
Not like in Deadpool.
It's not
Yeah.
like Nightmare on Elm Street or something. I'm just
Magneto
saying,
number
dude.
6.
You keep saying incorrect stuff. I'm gonna correct you, dude.
All right. What's going on at DC?
Speaking of incorrect stuff, you totally skipped DC and did Marvel before it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Breaking the format, dude.
Sorry.
That's what's why I'm so angry. Not really, I don't care. So we got 2 whole comics from DC this time. Earth 2 number 25. The new kid whose name I forget is going to be Superman. What's his name? Yeah, let's see real quick. But we're on Earth 2, so things are crazy. Superman's killing everything. And this new Kryptonian kid's going to try and fight him. And probably win. Speaking of Superman, we've got the long lost Superman Unchained number 7. Either the second to last issue or maybe there's 9 issues, I can't remember, but there's another guy who's sort of a Kryptonian or an alien or something.
Yeah.
Superman's punching him.
I don't really know. It's been 4 months.
Right.
Since
It's really pretty, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's the DC
Is there
comics for you.
there's no catch-up page in DC books. That's
I don't think so.
the trouble.
That's the worst.
No. if Jeff Jones does or Scott Snyder does a job right, you should be able to pick up more or less what's going on. But I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so who knows?
All right. Well, picks of the weeks. Once again, it's a clean sweep from Marvel. Go for it.
Okay, Black Widow number 8. As you can tell by the cover, very important partnership appears in this comic. Because Marvel does have a catch-up page, you don't have to read anything that's in Winter Soldier to understand the impact of this book. In fact, it says, James Bucky Barnes has been Black Widow's comrade, enemy, fellow Avenger, and one of the great loves of her life. But ever since a madman messed with her mind, she doesn't remember their relationship. And he does.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, the issue, she's on a mission, and Bucky happens to be on the same area with a slightly different mission. And it's just, tension. And it's really frustrating. But it's a really good read.
I'm laughing because I love that Matt sadly noticed that his comic of the week doesn't have the sweet Road Force ad on the back with the wrecking crew. Well, ours does.
Yeah, well...
Although Star-Lord doesn't.
No, see?
Also, bonus, this issue has the digital code with it, so you can share it with your friends.
I like to think that they don't want to put it on number ones because they don't want you to think that that's the norm. They want to get new readers.
Well, this is part 3 of 6, dude. You don't want to be confusing. I mean, who are the wrecking crew? Why are they fighting guys on Harleys?
I don't think anyone's... I like to think that there's at least one person out there in the world who's buying like an older comic because they don't have part 2 of 6. And they're just like, I really want to know what's going on. And
you can just look and read it. You don't have to buy it.
It's worth $3 for me.
Alright, what's your pick?
It's probably not $3 though. It's probably $4.
Can we go on to the next
Now,
pick?
that one it is, but yeah, that one's $3, isn't it? Ah, jeez, not much Marvels or...
There's almost hardly any Marvels over $3 anymore.
Yeah. Oh well, they're good, so
True.
can't really cut them. Mine is there's a good chance that if you're watching this and you buy Comics Weekly, then you're probably getting this one because this one has sold already quite a few copies. But it is Rocky Raccoon #1 from Scotty Young, and well, Scotty Young writes it and does the art, but I guess this is a colorist, isn't it?
So.
Yeah. So it's what story is this? It's not really an origin story, is it?
He's
No.
being hunted.
Okay.
There's a bounty on his head. Sorry, I got real excited.
That's all right.
It's true.
So excellent. Yeah. No, but it's Rocket and Groot, from what I understand.
Yes, but Groot's just kind of not. He's a supporting character.
Obviously,
Okay.
by his
Rocket
role
is
in the
the-
cover.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's Scotty Young doing a character that he seems to really enjoy. Obviously, he wouldn't have. I'm sure. Do you think he pitched this, or did they offer it to him?
I don't know.
Curious about that. But I think he's enjoyed Rocket.
Who doesn't enjoy Rocket, right?
Yeah, exactly. It seems like to be in kind of his. It's an odd character, and there's a lot of fun that you can have with it. So it might be in his wheelhouse. But no, I'm excited to read this one, and I'm interested to see what kind of story it's telling. And Scotty Young's art is a lot of fun. So, cool. I'm excited. What do you got?
Alright, in related news, I have the legendary Star-Lord #1. This is good old Peter Quill off having his own adventures away from the Guardians. And more importantly, his supporting cast member is Kitty Pryde, as they have long-distance calls
They're
while he's in
Skyping
jail.
from space.
Yep.
I love it when they
Skyping.
sneak romance in my comics.
He's all Skyping with her.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, the only thing that annoyed me, because I have read it, is that this clearly takes place after the current Guardians of the Galaxy arc, which is a little bit behind. So there's one part that's slightly spoilery to the other story. But yeah, it seems very much, almost not even so much like what's going on in Bendis' book, more like what's happening in the movie, where he's kind of a thief more than he is.
See, here's where I'm confused when it comes to these comics. I mean, obviously, does Rocket take place as the current Guardians comic is taking place?
I mean, there's other Guardians in it, so yes, somehow. But I mean,
Yeah.
that there's nothing in there that can
That was-
contradict what's
that-
going on with
yeah.
Bendis.
So this was not closely connected to it that much. Like this could just be another adventure. That
Well,
those
he's running
Guardians-
around and he calls Peter Quill to ask him for help, and
Right.
you see Drax and Gamora fighting some stuff.
But they're not like, it's not like, hey, we just picked up Venom and Captain Marvel and we're
No.
hanging out with them. Okay. But like that's supposedly taking place.
Well, there's
Shortly
one plot
after.
point in it that
Yeah.
has to have happened after the last Guardians.
So in his adventures, and I don't spoil it, is he kind of going off on by himself or like,
He's on his own.
yeah. Okay.
Much like Rocket is on his own now.
Okay.
And if you, I mean, reading the current Guardians, the story is that they're all kind of separated at that point.
Right.
So-
Okay. Cool.
They have their own adventures.
Excellent. I wonder if like, and hopefully I'm sure the movie will do well. I wonder if it's just like a smash hit. I wonder if like each Guardian is going to get their own book.
That
I
seems
doubt Groot.
overkill.
I doubt Groot will
I
ever get
doubt
his
it.
own.
No, Groot will be in Rocket Raccoon, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't see
Drax.
Drax
and
and
Gamora.
Gamora getting their own books. So that just seems.
Yeah.
Silly.
I mean,
Gamora could be fun. Drax.
Sure, no.
Drax is probably my least favorite of the 5 Guardians, just because.
They haven't done much with them in Bendis' run.
Yeah,
but
exactly, and
The stuff in the Advent Landing stuff is really cool.
yeah. I guess I should say 6 because I forget Angela's a Guardian now.
Yeah,
but-
Angela, I can see they might spin her off into her own book just to spite Todd.
Yeah, and they, making her Thor's.
But I don't know.
sister.
I already feel that they're overexposing the Guardians already.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess so. We got another month and a half. Oh my
'Cause
gosh,
we
just
didn't-
a month or so before that comes out. It's crazy.
Exactly a month.
I'm excited. That's
We didn't actually also talk. There's also a Groot and Rocket one-shot comic book that came out. A Groot and Rocket like novel that came out today. So I mean, they're loading us up
Oh,
with,
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Guardians of the Galaxy stuff.
Every once in a while, Marvel releases those like prose
Yeah.
books.
Yeah,
I usually written by like Peter David or Larry Hama.
Dan Abnett wrote this
Yeah.
one, so that's why I got it.
Are they any good? Like, have you read any other ones that are like?
The Peter David, he did the Gifted storyline
Mhm.
from the Joss Whedon run, and it was good. He just adapted it.
Cool. Right, he's a good writer. Period.
Again, that's why I got it. I got it because it was Peter David.
Cool. Right on. Marvel does a lot of. I'm not gonna say it's odd, but like different things like that, like will like publish just like a book or like a and like DC does it too, but I feel like Marvel does it like far more frequently. Like they take more chances.
Marvel tends to do it in house, whereas the DC stuff is usually like Warner Brothers.
Publishing
books
or
or
something like
whatever,
that. Yeah, yeah. Like Warner, if Warner does do it, like they'll hire like a writer that they already use quite frequently, like Peter David.
Well, and it won't be like you won't be solicited with the DC Comics stuff.
Not really.
It'll be in like the Guardians of the Galaxy book was in the Marvel solicitations because, like I said, they did it in house.
That's curious. It's fascinating. Just junk like that for whatever reason. It interests me. It's like I was listening to Word Balloon where Jimmy Palmiotti was on there, and he said a lot of times people are more fascinated with the they view the comic book characters as real and the comic book writers as the fictional characters, and it's just a weird like I don't know what I'm trying to connect. It's a longer conversation that I'm sure y'all are not that interested in, but Brian, where can the boys and girls pick up their comics?
We're at Conway Comics, 255 Ferris Road, right behind good old UCA.
That's right, and remember, we only scratched the surface of what's released. Who knows, there might be another comic out there that we didn't talk about that might be your favorite, so you should come by and browse Brian's shelves. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Browse Brian's shelves. A lot of B's. Well, that's it, guys. From nerdspan.com, I'm Matt Wood.
I'm Mara Wood.
I'm Brian Keown.
And we will see you next week.